Hello members of the internet and welcome to another computer overview where today we're going to be looking at the Compaq Presario for 4100 CA. Now on the right hand side we have the model number, the serial number, the selling badge, the bragging rights sticker, saying 850 megahertz, blah blah blah. It's actually got an 850 megahertz and our lovely Windows COA sticker, and yeah, I think I'll just leave it at that, because what if I told you it's a COA that comes from the millennium? Yep, you fill in the gap. Anyways, opening the computer is easy as just unlatching while pressing this little lever there down, and you just pull it like the usual. But there's a secret function. As you can see the top, yeah, you're gonna have to use again that lever, and for those of you who don't know, there's a little arrow at the top here. You just give it a nice firm push and it just pops right off. Hey kid, I'm a computer. I get amused with everything. At the back we have our PS2 for the keyboard and mouse, 2 USB 1.1, serial parallel VGA game port, MIDI keyboard, a MIDI port, and your onboard audio. Line out, line in, and microphone as well. There's 2 expansion right here. One for, well, an extra from this is the TNT2 graphics I'm using for those Linux test drives, and an Ethernet card right here that, well, I got it like that, and I think it came pre-bundled with it. No, it was added. And here's your power supply, which you have to remove 2 screws, one here and the other one here. And with those 2 screws removed, the power supply just slides right out. For the most part. Give it some encouragement. There we go. Oh yeah. Okay. At the front we got a hard drive. We have 2 slots for memory, SD-RAM of course. 1 socket 370, once again this is the Celeron 850, 2 IDE ports and a floppy port, typical, as well as 4 PCI expansion expansion ports. Your CMOS batteries located way down there, which is not too bad to access, but the big bitch is the top of the case. Like I've said, you have to remove this on the top, but you also have to do the wiring going on the top, which can be a little tricky. See, I'm on the top going down there. This thing just slides right out, so you have to be careful with the cabling, and it just slides right back into its resting spot. And as for this one, there's 2 plastic tabs. You just pull it, and once you're done, right back in. Now, reassembly of this case is, well, the door part is fine, but the top part isn't. Because now, this is the tricky part. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 plastic notches on each side that you gotta align. So my trick is just get both of them. Get both metal, tabs in, so at least it won't stick out on one side, and then just jiggle it back and forth, and then once it's done on both sides, you can just slide it back in, test your buttons, and there we go. So I'm going to put back this thing into one piece, and we're going to take it for a spin. Alright, so this is the Compaq BIOS, the signature BIOS that we're pretty much all used to see for all of you Compaq user. So we're going to start with the system information, and there we go, the Celeron 850, 384 megs of RAM, and the system ROM date, or the BIOS date, is from April 18th of 2001. And we have an 80 gig hard drive and a DVD burner, but it sees it as a CD-ROM because why not? Date and time, everything's fine. Nope, not at all actually. Yeah, that's better. So now we have options for the storage. You can have diskette A or B, and as for this one, you only have an option for 1 floppy drive because the case chassis does not have an external, well, another expansion bay for 3.5, nor another CD drive or an optical drive. So once again, you're restricted. I'm gonna go zoom ahead. You can pause the video anytime you want for all the other options. You can do tests, you can do quiet drive, you can change the boot order, you can set up a password, a power on password, you can change the method, which is normal, power loss, if you ever return to last state, which means it's going to be on. Onboard VGA controllers disabled because I have a new video card. It sees them as their proper thing there. So it can actually recognize I have an Ethernet and a VGA controller, giving them their own IRQ. It looks like it looks like it's sharing a lot, but I don't care as long as it works fine. USB legacy keyboard support doesn't work, even though it says to be working. There you go. And you can choose your language. So I'm going to save and exit, and we're going to go see the specs on that motherboard. Since this is a test operating system machine, I'm booting this machine with Windows XP. It's from the DLCD Tool CD. It also includes mini Windows 7, and I have this hardware info 32 there that I like to use, just, you know, so I can see what kind of stuff I can get. So let's start. Yeah, that's pretty much, let's start. So we have the features here from the CPU. If I can ever get myself, there we go. Here are the features for the CPU, MMX, SSE, so all the rest is pretty much not there. It only sees one CPU, Celeron 850, copper mine, and it shows the cache, the spec, the thermal design power, and pretty much what it can do, and what clock and frequency and everything, and all the hoopla. And it can tell you the Windows XP operating system here, and there we go. That's pretty much that's just for the CPU. So once again, we have the 850. Here's the max temperature. You can get more information on this. Pause the video at any time you want. Here are some more details. And the motherboard is it does recognize the computer and brand name. It's an Intel 810E Whitney. I don't know if the 810E is capable of two Aladdin CPUs. The motherboard model is Compaq 06C0H. Alright, and it does C4 PCI. That's fine. All Intel 810, as far as I know, lack an AGP slot. So that's to be noted. Oh, I can go all the way down there. Alright, so parallel. You can pause the video anytime you want. Here's the 256 and the 128. Normal. This should be the disabled onboard video. You can see my monitor. It's a Denon. It's because it's actually straight from the TV. It's an Insignia TV. Use the audio, the network, the ports. If there's anything detected, like here, It should show me no device connected except here the Microsoft mouse I'm using. Alright. Huh, benchmarks? I don't know. Huh, not bad, I guess. Yeah, these are... I have a feeling some people may have internet speeds higher than this. Wow. Oh well. It works for me. Alright, well now that I've looked at everything, I'm not looking for a BIOS update. I'm just going to go ahead and shut it down and wrap things up. So there you have it. This is the Compaq Presario 4100CA. It looks like a freaking vacuum. I think I can use the top for a hat. Literally, I really get amused by nothing. And it does have that small power supply that is pretty much underpowered, like a lot of E-Machines systems used to do. So this is one of those super low-end budget systems. So, oh well, if you have any questions, comments, anything I've overlooked or not looked at, please feel free to leave a comment down below. And until next time, take care.